The Lord bless and prosper you and your souls, my dear heart dwellers. Today we had to move around a little bit to switch places and make everything work really comfortably because of the advent of a new dog. And that was accomplished. But I noticed when that was being done, I could hear the radio chatter, and it was so sweet to hear the community talking back and forth and offering to do this and offering to do that and helping. And it was just beautiful to listen to. And when I came into prayer, I said, thank you, Lord, for this beautiful, loving community. Thank you for the wonderful blessings and protection you surround us with every moment of every day. Please help us to correspond to them and use them to the fullest. Jesus began, I am nudging you towards music, not only because of how it will minister, but also to lift your spirits and give you strength. All of you, my faithful ones, all of you have gifts I have given to you to use. Even as the song says, Christ has no body here on earth except your hands, your gifts and talents to encourage others. It is important that each one of you cultivate your gifts as well as participating in community projects such as moving brothers or sisters to their quarters. It is a beautiful thing for me to see when you all band together and do what needs to be done. It is an example to the world of your selflessness, and I will surely reward you for it. Always make haste when the time is dark. Always stay busy with what you know I have appointed you to be busy with. It is in this diligence, with prayer and works of mercy, that I find much consolation. Today was a good example of that. As you reached out to help one another, I found joy in each of you. Dear ones, there's very little each day that brings me joy on this earth. So when you do things for one another, I am greatly edified. I, in turn, will do more for you. I want you to know that your prayers and sufferings for President Trump are hitting the mark and changing history. Please do not stop. Lord, I'm carrying him in my heart, and I have a very hard time forming a thought prayer in my mind. It's just something in my heart that I'm carrying. Does that count as prayer? Jesus answered, it does. Especially when the burden is great and the whole world is in there with him. So I'm praying for him and for the whole world just by carrying it in my heart as an ache, constantly aware of it. Jesus continued, there are innumerable ways in which things are brought forward to the Father and presented to him in your hearts. All ways are acceptable, but especially the pain in one's heart. That is what is happening in Ezekiel's body right now, and it is very rough. Lord, why am I feeling that you're distant right now? He answered, there is so much suffering going on in the world right now, Claire, so very much, and how can I keep it from you? I cannot. Just unite yourself to me in your sufferings, and we will be closer. Remember, I told you, I miss nothing when you or any other soul is suffering. I feel it deeply, over and over again throughout the whole world. Sometimes, my dove, there are no words. This is such a time. That is why you cannot form words in a prayer. You just feel so very heavy inside. You are still praying, but it is more of an intimate form of prayer, a sigh of suffering. Nothing specific, just everything, painful and disordered. That is why I want you to work on music. This is a very hard place to be, and I do not want you staying here. And I was quiet for a moment, thinking about what he was saying, and then I saw him in the Spirit putting his hands on my hands. He said, I am with you, child. You are doing what you can, given the circumstances. Thank you. And that was the end of his message. So keep up the prayers, dear ones. They're really, really working. And a minister has suggested we abstain from delightful food on Thanksgiving or fast in order to back up our prayers for the president and this nation. He has done so much good in this nation. He has taken out so many corrupt individuals that have been executed. Mainstream media won't tell you about it. But if you dig around, you can find out. He's taken out so many really evil, corrupt people. And they faced firing squads for what they did to our country. Even the president of Moderna, who put out these terrible, terrible vaccines, was just hung yesterday. They arrested him in Europe and brought him over here down to Gitmo, and he was tried for crimes against humanity, and he was hung. That's been going on for weeks and months. So Trump is doing a lot behind the scenes to get rid of the ugly stuff. And that's the reason why they are so set on killing him. And that's why we have to really cover him with our prayers. The Lord bless you, dear ones. And thank you for your prayers for our community. We appreciate it more than you know.